In order to help her beloved mummy regain all his magical powers, Ansuna actually lured 3 men into a dimly lit compartment. However, just as they thought they were in for a romantic encounter, Ansuna quickly locked them inside the room. Then, a shriveled mummy suddenly lunged out of the darkness. Seeing this, the leader quickly aimed at the mummy and fired repeatedly, but the bullets had no effect on the mummy. Instead, they only served to enrage it.
You want you to open the chest!
At Ansuna's urge, the terrified men hastily opened the cursed chest, unaware that this action would turn them into sacrifices for the mummy's resurrection. Imhotep, his scheme now successful, swiftly revealed his true form and mercilessly devoured all 3. When all had returned to calm, Ansuna cautiously opened the door and discovered that all 3 sacrifices had turned into mummies. Imhotep appeared before her, looking full of vitality. All that remained was to find the hiding place of the Scorpion King. Imhotep could personally eliminate him and command his million-strong army of dog-headed warriors to rule the world. But just as the train was about to arrive at the Karnak temple, Alex slipped away under the pretext of using the restroom. Seeing this, the cultists immediately targeted Alex and opened fire with full force, unaware that if they killed this guy, Imhotep would never find the way to the Oasis of Ames. So he had no choice but to step in and stop these fools. He quickly rushed to Alex's side and warned her that she'd better cooperate. If she did, she might just manage to save her own skin. After locking Alex inside the temple, Imhotep took Ansuna to an altar, preparing to cast a spell to awaken her memories of a past life. Strangely, however, Evelyn on the airship seemed to be affected as well. Her entire mind was instantly transported to ancient Egypt 3,000 years ago. In the center of the grand hall sat Pharaoh Set I. Under his watchful eye, 2 graceful female warriors were engaged in a martial arts duel, and seated beside the pharaoh was none other than the high priest of the dead, Imhotep. As the battle on the field grew increasingly fierce, the 2 female warriors soon reached a conclusion. The defeated woman, refusing to accept her loss, lifted her mask, revealing a face that was the spitting image of Evelyn's. It turned out that in her past life, she was none other than the pharaoh's daughter, Nephidili, and her rival was the pharaoh's favorite concubine, Ansuna. Since this duel was to determine who would guard the Bracelet of Death, Evelyn refused to concede defeat easily. She quickly rose to her feet and threw herself back into the fray. However, even though she fought with all her might, she was no match for her opponent in close quarters combat. Soon, her weapon was snatched from her, leaving her no choice but to switch weapons and continue the contest. Seeing this, Ansuna immediately switched to a spear and charged forward. In just a few exchanges, she knocked Nefertiti to the ground. Such a thrilling contest instantly sparked a burst of thunderous applause from the entire audience.